us from the Liberia Movie Union. We have Abdul-Karim Sheriff. He's the president of the union. We also have Julius Wilson, who is the vice president for administration. Abdul, Julius, welcome to ELBC. Welcome to the Bumper Show.
Thank you. Thank you ever so much for welcoming us. I want to say extend greetings to all of the listeners. I am Abdul-Karim Sheriff, President, Liberia Movie Union.
Okay.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here, Mr. Davis. And I'm so happy. I'm overwhelmed.
Take your time, and you are welcome. This is your place, and this will not be your first time, I'm sure. Once you are in this role, you will keep coming here so we can let the Liberian people know what you're doing to push the FM industry forward. But let me say welcome to you guys on behalf of the management and staff of the Liberia Broadcasting System. And I want to start with your county tour. There where I want to start from, because when I thought on engaging you, when I call you, you were, in fact, when the European Union launched their film festival at Tottenham High, I heard you when you made the statement there. You said you were on the county tour. You left
from Grand Basel
to come to town just for that program. And when I called you at the time, you were in
Lofa.
Okay. That's right.
You're right.
So tell us a little bit about your, in fact, sorry, I didn't congratulate you because you have taken the shoe down of Eddie Gibson.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Tell us about the county tour.
Okay. Well, the county tour was a great one. It was an eye-opener, as we will call it. It was necessary and very timely because the people within the county, they actually need their leaders. They need guidance. They need leadership, which have been lacking for a while now. So we went there. There were some issues, problems. We had to resolve them. We had to put leadership in structure from county to county. It was difficult, although we had to push cars, we had to push motorbikes.
Of course, the road.
The road. But it was great. We interacted with the people. There are a lot to do.
You managed to visit all of the counties?
We were able to reach through 11 because we were targeting 14.
Okay.
Excluding Montserrat, 14 counties.
Okay.
So we did 11. Before we could begin, we should have started with Magibi, but Magibi had too many issues. They said, we are pleading so that you can push us and make us last. And then when we reached in Grand Cape County, to 2 days to go for Bomi County to requested that their own tour be pushed for another date because they needed to prepare themselves so that they can welcome the leadership.
Okay.
So those two counties were not actually prepared. For Bapulu County, we had a contact person there. But for 3 weeks now, we've been trying to get in touch. No way. So which part of Bapulu we going to go? Because, like, take for example, Maryland. We never had any contact person. We went in Barclayville, right? Barclayville, there's no filmmaker there. There's Grand Crew, sorry, thank you. In Grand Crew, thank you for that. There's no filmmaker in Grand Crew or Barclayville. We had to move from place to place, looking for who can host us, where can we pass the night, because we reached very late in the night because of the road condition. It was tough. Only to find out there is another town in the Grand Crew called Kawiakan. That's the only area to have filmmakers, not in the capital city. And there are challenges there. If we just start to tell you what they're going through there,
right.
Believe you me, it's not easy everywhere. So we can't just go into Bapulu without getting our contact person to know where we're going exactly. So we had to put a pause.
And Karen, frankly speaking, your visit to the counties is something welcoming. But our film, talking about those counties, and most of what I've been seeing, watching, I've seen probably is not on it say it's from this county, but you see a film, you know where it's from, you know the setting and all of that. But I don't see films from those counties. I think I've seen a film from Nimba, but those other counties you're talking about, I just don't, reckon whether there's filmmakers in those counties, like you mentioned about Grand Crew. So what are their challenges, for which they're not producing?
So let's take, for example, Riverside County. Riverside has no DOP, no cameraman there in the whole Riverside. No editor. So if they want to do a film,
but you have actors and actresses there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if they want to do a film, they have to hire somebody from Nimba County that will go and shoot for them, or Grand Bassa County that is nearby to go and shoot for them, which is very costly for them. So what it takes for them to do a film, it's so high that doing a film becomes a problem. So you would not see them doing films like that. In Sino County for now has, I think, one director. There's no DOP, there's no editor.
The home of the former president.
Yeah. I mean, there's no editor. Thankfully, we were able to conduct a script writing training for them.
Okay.
For Sino County, they are the first county that we've dealt with when it comes to benefits. We've gone there, we've seen their problems, so we did script writing training for them. We need to send people now on ground to go teach them editing, because each county at least we want to have 5 editors and 5 DOPs there in each of the counties. Okay. That's to begin with. As time goes by, we can increase it. So Maryland, like I said, it's not easy in Maryland. In Kawiakin, when we went there, we saw the guy shooting with a phone.
What again?
In Wedican, yeah. In Wedican, they're shooting with a phone, not even a phone that has a good pixel. Like you will want to manage iPhone 12 Pro Max or iPhone 13. No, they're using a random phone to shoot and edit. Yeah. So how can their film even cross Wedican, talk about coming to Monrovia? It's difficult. So there is no monitoring process going on there, no guidance, nobody to monitor, to guide, to push them, to support them. It's a problem. We have similar issue in River G. River G is just the same like Riverside, it's the same as Maryland and many other counties. Many counties, they have no technocrats there.
So what is this? Maybe one county that probably gives you the urge that, okay, we have something going on in the counties.
So Grand Bassa is trying.
Okay.
Grand Bassa is one of those counties that is trying. It's just that because they've been having too many internal wranglings. So for over 2 years, they've not been doing films. But immediately after our departure from there, currently, as I'm speaking to you, they are on their new project. Okay. Because we were able to mend their differences, able to put them together and say, if we work together, we can succeed together. But if we tear ourselves apart, we cannot succeed. So they're doing a project right now. They have DOPs, they have editors. Another county is Nimba County. They have DOPs and editors, but they actually need recent on-hand training. Yes, so they need to be upgraded, but at least they have DOPs and editors there. I can talk about Montserrat, obviously. Yeah, that's the hub.
Yeah.
So those are few counties. Maryland has, I think, 1 or 2 editor and DOPs. So the other counties, they will have 1 or 2 there. Lofa County has, I think, 3 DOPs with 1 or 2 editors, which is very small for a big county like Lofa County. So just very few counties.
Okay, let's get to Julius a little bit. Julius, you are administering activities then at the at LIMU, as you call it, and let me also congratulate you on your election as well. But LIMU has been through a lot. I know I engage Eddie so much on, and he always explained the challenges. But one issue that has always been this old age problem about the movie union is this issue of privacy, piracy. Piracy has always been an issue. I know the past leadership wrestle with that. I don't know what's the level of achievement, but where are we today with this, and how you in the new leadership intend to tackle this issue?
Okay, thank you again for welcoming us. Wow, very big question.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because that's the issue.
piracy is a virus in our country right now, and the new leadership, we've already started engaging lawmakers because there are good laws on the book to be able to reprimand people that will go across and cause this problem for all of us. But the implementation aspect of the law is what is becoming a problem for us
Mm.
now. So first and foremost, Limu is trying to educate our movie makers, because movie makers in the country sometimes they don't even know that there is a specific office that you can register your intellectual property
Mhm.
to be protected by law. And so sometimes they do movie and they just go the contemporary way. You just go and do your movie, go to measure information and register. But sometimes if the copyright office is not in the know, if somebody happens to, pirate your work, then it becomes difficult, because then the country or the government can support or back you. So first on our agenda, on our plate now, is to educate movie makers on what the rights are and the rightful channel to be able to intellectualize your property. That is, if you have a movie, if you have whatever pictorial stuff you're doing, whatever visionary stuff you're doing, is to be able to register it so that you can be protected first and foremost. Then we'll go after, we'll go and dialogue with marketers, because marketers, the manager,
Mhm.
that is a whole dialoguing process. But one thing Limo has realized again is that we as Limo can open the eyes of marketers and make them come to us if we're united in what we do, and if all of our producers and directors are able to put their hands together to make it work, do good projects. I've never seen a bad library movie. I only see movies that need improvement. Yeah, there's no bad library.
Stories all good. Right?
Definitely, stories all good. So, like for example, we're under Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, under the Culture and Tourism Motion Picture. We are charged with the responsibility of showcasing the Liberian cultural diversities. So the task is very huge. We got to tell the rest of the world how Liberians think, how they eat, what they do, and we do that through a motion picture, through movies. So it's a tough one, but Limu will get there. A new day has dawned in Limu. First and foremost is the county tour. I've had the opportunity of being on the tour, and it's not easy. I mean, you see people with passion, so much passion. Somebody will have so much passion. The person, like in Wetiken, you see people move from Wetiken to go Ivory Coast to back costume to shoe a phone.
Hmm.
Could you imagine that? So the union had to derail. We left Backliff. We had to enter Wetiken to see our members, and they were so amazed. And as I speak to you, progress is being made. We made a lot of commitments along the way, and we are sure that we're going to live up to those commitments, because we are we're working with collective society and the Liberian government. The government is very supportive. Let me put some question.
Because I wanted to enter budget.
That one over making to Mr. President.
Okay, we're hoping.
Hoping to enter the budget.
Yeah, we're hoping.
Mm.
And,
Okay, so let me just remind our listeners out there that are listening to the bumper show. We have with us the toppest of officials of the Liberia Movie Union, Abdul-Karim Sheriff. He's the president of the group, and we also have Julius Wilson, who is the vice president for administration at Limo. But another thing I want us to talk about a little bit, and it has to do with capacity building. And I know Eddie did so much to institute this, that is to like the Sincere University currently they are doing performing arts through the instrumentality of the movie union of the University of Liberia
Yep.
as well. So where are we today with the performing arts courses? Let me just put it that way. In these various universities, are people enrolling in these universities currently?
Well, it's not easy because one thing is we need to make people understand first that doing theater arts, doing performance art, you can make a living out of it. Everyone believes that I need to be a banker, I need to do management, I need to do finance, I need to do accounting. If they start to see the reality from we who are already there, then they'll be encouraged more. So there's a low turnout for the both universities. Thanks to the efforts from Eddie Gibson, which is laudable. We will have to work now to back the efforts up by doing more so that people can be encouraged to want to go and learn. Yeah, but the turnout right now is not so encouraging.
Yeah, 10 are not encouraging, but at least you have people with interest and try to,
Sure.
yes, at 10. But I really don't want to leave this issue of the piracy yet, because I know in recent time we had a task force from the movie union who used to go from one store to another, but all will bow down again to what you just mentioned, Julius, that once your work is not registered, then of course protecting it becomes an issue. So we have the Copyright Office, and I'm sure this is somewhere that you should be working with. What's your relationship with the Copyright Office as we speak?
The Copyright Office and us, we have this cordial working relationship. We've been working together. Recently, when they had their program on April 23rd, we were in Nimba County, leaving from Nimba to Bon County. And then they sent me an invitation to attend the program. Actually, invitation came when I was in Granjide.
Okay.
And so we were in Nimba. I left from Nimba straight to Monrovia for the program. And then afterwards, I joined the team in Bon County. So we've been working. We talked with Clarence, who works there as a deputy. So yes, the CMO, they just appointed Mr. Draper. He and myself will communicate quite often. So they are open to work with us, and we are open to work with them. That's why we want to use that medium to educate our people more the importance of registering with copyright and the benefits, because being a member of copyright at the end of sometimes they either do it quarterly or yearly, you receive royalty. That is if you register. Yeah, so those are other benefits that come along the way. So we are educating and encouraging our people to be a part of it.
What is this major challenge? I know there are several, you name piracy, of course, is one of them. But I'm sure there are more, right? That is hindering this industry, because we find that many of our actors and actresses, besides even though Karim, you were talking about people want to go and be a banker. Yes, you can be a banker and also still be,
an actor. Yeah.
I know several of the guys who, been making their way between the two areas. But training, manpower development, these are all issues, and I'm sure you have partners like the European Union. What is your engagement with the European Union? Because this is one group I know. Even the recent film festival, they showed some sign of being supportive of the movie industry of Liberia.
Definitely. So we are trying to work along with the European Union. It's a work in progress. So we can tell you things have been finalized, but we reaching out and we trying to see how we can finalize something that, through capacity building, we can reach to all of the counties, because our intent is to make sure that good films are done in all of the counties. All right. we want to start sending people, our members, out of the country to go and train editors, train DOPs, train directors, train actors. We're working along with Neil. It was through Neil. The training.
Who is Neil?
It's an adult illiteracy program.
Okay.
Yeah. It's NAEL.
Okay.
Neil. Yeah, it's an organization. That's the acronym. So they're working along with us to do script writing training in all of the counties. We've already started with Sino, and we're going to go to other counties as time goes by. So we are open up. We want to work along with the government to help support the process. We want to work with private entities that can help support the process. So we are reaching out. Efforts are being made, but we're not going to get tired. Yeah.
And trust me, the Liberian film industry is one of the oldest. I can say that for free.
Yep.
We saw 3 Years Accra, Malawala, Balawala, Benue Student, all of those things. We saw them. But to date, we still, for me, I think we are not anywhere yet, and we need. So, what is your assessment when we talk about Liberian film industry, right? I want to get the two of you candid opinion, even though you are in leadership, but what's your candid opinion when it comes to the movie industry, where we are today? Are you satisfied? I'm sure you can be.
We're not satisfied. So currently, there's a mantra that we tread on the new leadership.
Okay.
We want to rebrand movie making in the country. So we've noticed that for too many years, Movie Union is 20 years old. We're 20 years old. March 1st made us 20 years old. So we've realized that foreign countries have forced the rest of the world to adapt to their way of life, to adapt to their way of speaking and everything. And one thing I see to be a minor challenge for us is that we as Liberians, whenever we do movie, we want to be different. We want to be somebody else. We don't want to be authentic. We don't want to be genuine.
Sure.
So, for example, now you do a village film, right? Epic movie. Then you see the woman in the village, they don't want to speak similar English, We agree, we want to communicate for the rest of the world.
We can call our King Igwe, then yes, we call him the King Igwe.
So there is this new mantra that we want to tread on. We're saying every film that is going to be produced in Liberia should have 20% and 60% good standard English, 20% colloquial, and 20% dialect.
Okay.
So the rest of the world, Ghana, Nigeria, because those are the top-notch, industries in Africa. You see, Nigerians are forced to say Igwe, Chineke. So when the rest of the Poland to yes on colloquial to get used to it, because Liberians were so energetic. We're so creative. We have a lot of stories. All of the stories around us have been told and retold. So we want to knock on the doors of the rest of the world. We're going to do good films. We're going to do this as a startup, and the rest of the world is going to adapt to it. We'll put colloquial movies, serial colloquial too, but it's going to be 20% at least. Then we want to do dialects, then we want to do standard English. And if we do that, one way or the other, we're going to be getting there, and we're going to be authentic. Let's show the rest of the world who we are. So we can't be in a village and we're speaking standard English. The old man, the papi. We're supposed to be speaking dialect. Then we want to, So I see that as a challenge personally, Julius. That I see that as a challenge. In the absence of that, I think we're getting there. We're better. The actors are all getting better. Technical people, they're contemporary. They read very well. They're able to do stuff. But we just need to know who we are as Liberians to be able to present to the rest of the world, so that they can clearly get that this is who we are.
Of course.
Yeah.
Karen.
Yeah. So just to add up to firstly say. We are not okay where we are right now. That's why we have a vision. We call it Vision 2030. By 2030, our vision is to take over Africa when it comes to filmmaking. That's our almost vision, and it takes.
He has to do that.
We're I get 3 years for now. If the people deem it necessary to give me another 3 years, well, but I have 3 years.
Okay, the vision itself is
The
6
vision
years,
is
but you
6.
have 3 years.
Yes, I have 3 years.
Okay.
Okay, and we know that it can get on track within 3 years. And even if we are not there the next 3 years, another leadership will lay down the roadmap that they can just come and walk through and follow. And from now to 2030, believe you me, we will definitely take over, I can say, Nigeria in Africa. That's the reason why we've gone back to say, hey, what are the problems? I think only Montserrado cannot supply the market. Other with Grand Basso and Nima County, we cannot supply the market. Let's go back. Let's see what's happening behind there. Let everybody get on the train. Let's move together. So this county tour came about. Let's go and make it happen. So we've been there trying to see how we can change all of those things that are there. It will surprise you to know that there are few counties when you interact with actors, you get surprised to know that these people are top-notch actors. They just need brushing up.
Okay.
They're very good. But like I told you, in the whole county, you have good actors. You don't have any camera for them to shoot. You don't have any editor, any editing material for them to edit. Those are other challenges we have. We need to get equipment that we can take to those counties to see how we can train the people with the equipment, not just to go on blackboard and lecture and they cannot even see the material. They cannot see your camera to know how to on the camera. You tell the person about aperture, and he's not even seeing the camera. You're just telling him about aperture. You tell him to reduce ISO when he's shooting outside. You tell him how to increase it. You're just wasting your time. So we want to, we're going to seriously engage partners to see how we can get equipment to go out there to train these people to use it. Have equipment for some of those counties that are actively going on. Then we can get going. But for now, we're not happy. But we know 2030. Definitely we will take over Africa. And I tell you lastly on that, during the European Union program, I met one of the ambassadors from the European Union there. He spoke with me, introduced himself. When I did introduce myself, he was like, oh, okay, it's a pleasure to meet you. What's your plan? And I told him shortly, I said 2030, we want to take over Africa from Nigeria. He stood and he shook my hands and he was like, that's great. We're tired with Nigeria. We need something new. And I'm like, okay. So we are on the rightful trajectory. All right. The world is getting tired with Nigeria. I mean, it's the fact to say they want to see something new. And trust me, we are the something new that is coming.
Okay. And being the something new that coming, besides looking out, right? I'm sure there are people in Liberia, people who have the money. They have the money. They want to do something with it, and sometimes they just don't know. Some of them, they thought comes to them at the time and say, can you go into movie and all of that? But sometimes they just don't know where to start, and probably that person is listening now. How can these people, get in contact with the movie union? How can these people get in contact with movie groupings to do the necessary investment? Because investing in the movie in the movie business, it's not a loss.
Definitely,
that,
definitely, it's not a loss. It's a gain. Trust me. And with the methods we're trying to put in place, if everything works as we're working with it, every local producer, let me start from that will put their money into filmmaking in Liberia here, they will make their money double. They will make it triple, in fact, with all of the mechanism we've started putting in place already. So firstly, we have our Facebook page. Let me start from there. So it's Liberia Movie Union Laborwood. Liberia Movie Union Laborwood. That's our Facebook page. If you go on my page on Facebook, Abdul-Karim Sheriff with the double F, you will see, you check down, most times I share the page. So because there might be other Liberia Movie Union pages, right? So to follow the rightful one, you check Abdul-Karim Sheriff. I normally share the pages. And then I will share the PRO's contact on the Sorry, 1 minute.
So that's just for people with serious interest.
Yes.
You have interest. You want to invest. It's an opportunity. We're talking about tourism. You can make your break through that medium as well, because we're talking about Liberia as a country that too many stories to tell. So yeah, you can take advantage, and yeah, that's why you can follow what he's just about to talk about.
Okay, so thank you. I will share the PRO's numbers, Orange and MTN. So the Orange is sorry, the MTN, sorry, 0886 77 40 67. 0886 77 40 67, and the Orange number 0775 89 1596. 0775 89 1596. Her name is Gloria Mercy Jaba. So once you call her, any of these numbers, you get in touch with the Liberia Movie Union at any time.
Investors more call. That connection number, that investment number.
Sure.
You want to invest in movies, call that number, link with the movie union, and then you can get your money's worth of what you are going to be investing in. You want to be a part of the program now, you have questions to ask our guests, you can do so on 0777 835 862, 0777 835 862, or 080 514 096, 080-514-096. I'm not too sure about that one, but 0777-835-862. Alternatively, you can call 0886-61-65-80. Call that number. You will be live. 086-61-65-80, 0777 835-862. Hello.
Yes, how are you? My name is Sam Gaga, and I join you from my residence in Lagos, District number 9.
Can you say that name again, and please be a little bit audible?
Yeah, Sam, my name is Sam D. Gaga.
Okay, Sam.
I join your platform from elected District number 9, Mosolaro County.
Okay.
Yeah, so let me say thank you to the studio guest there, your studio guest, for their deliberation on these key issues that are actually affecting our movie industry. Liberia is a great nation. What has been our problem and continue to be is the support to move most of these credible institutions forward. These institutions are considered credible because they are the ones that sell our country. All right? I remember back those days when Manawara Parawara in the 80s, 3 o'clock, you see people, man, when you hear that introduction.
So Saturday afternoon, eh?
Saturday. So
yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know the sound too.
To watch the movie and it was good.
Okay.
And I love the CEO. I want to choose a word. I love the expectation. All right.
Thank you.
That between now and 2030, we will be all one Africa. Amen. God will help you once you have that vision. Once you have that vision and you are moving, it takes. The last time I was in Car weekend and Sunday weekend, it was in 2010, and I know how that road looks like. So to have gone through, to those different counties, so you show that to identify problems that and see how best you can push them forward. I mean, it's a good thing. That means you are actually opting for the betterment of the union, and I pray that God will help you. To the topics that are listening to you now can see reason to put, that resources into this endeavor, so that the dream can come true. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being a part. Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Kubo K. Folklore. I'm the national of the Liberia Movie Union.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to say a big thank you to my president in the studio and channel president of administration, because so many presidents have come in, but this president, the step he took by going to Honor County, it was a risk, but it was very, very necessary. So I would like to say thank you for hosting them, and thanks to my black president.
Okay. Thank you, Krubo, for being a part of the program too. And that's it. Like you heard the caller say, Karim, once there is a will, there is a way. And, your plan for the movie union is something. Let me take this call. We come back to that. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. And hats up to the studio guest. Yeah, I firstly want to commend our guest for the effort. I mean, thus far, the movie Union Liberia, and just like the president has already begun his tour, I just want to speak of decentralization of activities. Yeah, so it is a good thing. I must commend him, and let's keep on the good work.
Okay. All right. I'm sure decentralization is on mind. That is why he took a tour across the country. 2030, is something that is doable. You can get it done. And, many Liberians have interest in our own film industry. I gave you an example during the Ebola.
Yeah.
When people start moving up and down, it was the time most of our contemporary actors and actresses came to the limelight because there was no option. You only had to watch Liberian movie that was available. I think that even led to some officials of the movie union saying that they let ban all the other movies from coming to the country when they keep watching Liberian movie. But we come to that one movie. I mean, one takes to too many movies. That's something too that I'm sure your predecessors been talking about. But let me take this call. Hello.
Hello. This is Ruben Wupefua, the Vice President for Operations. With regards to the country tour.
Okay.
There was a lot of challenges, but by the grace of God, we were working. More besides, the leader that we have there is a man with vision.
Okay.
He was a man that was fasting, and then he did not give up. Throughout the tour, he was with us. He was leading us. And I can tell you, he's a man that indeed he really wanted the union to go forward. But
Okay.
that through the past leadership, this is the price of the car for the union to carry on with decentralization process, where leadership was able to reach in all the counties.
Okay.
This makeup. So it was highly encouraging. So I give you applause for that. So I want to say baffled for Liberia Movie Union, the present leadership. Thank
Okay.
you there.
All right. Yes,
Thank
it wasn't easy, but it was worth it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Karen and Julius, I just want us to, because we already wanted down to throw a little light on this issue of these dicks we get passing around today. One dicks you find 10, 16 movies on it. This is something too that has also been, hindering the sector. Are you cool with it? Are you doing something to stop it?
So, Mr. President, before you go there, there's just one information I want to give, please, quick.
Okay.
Okay, so somebody will ask, how are you going to activate movie making mode in the entire country? This is how we intend to do it. We want to encourage competitiveness. Like, for example, maybe you had Nima County. Nima County did 5 films for 2024. So the movie union is anticipating where we'll go to Nima, those 4 films that were done. We go and find the best film there. We'll find the best actor. For the first time in the history of the country, maybe the best actor can be Aaron Nima County, best actor. You know, that is going to encourage competitiveness amongst actors all in the country. We want to activate this in all of the counties, wherein people can know that when you act, there's a possibility that we'll come and find the best actor there. Then we're going to have the National Film Festival, wherein it's going to be a movie union thing. It's going to be, each county is going to be represented. Like, you bring your movie and then you represent your county, and then we're going to find the best film there again. And then we're going to be doing 15 TV series where each county is going to be charged with the responsibility of doing a TV series. And only actors from that county, directed by a director from the county, edited by editors from the county. So a lot of things that we're going to be doing that's going to activate this movie making mode. I just thought to point that out as we go along.
Okay, so we talk about the multiple films or toward this.
Yeah, so we are not okay with that. And one reason we've been trying to see
but this is something that you people can always see, because in almost all of the movies stores, it's just there.
It's there.
It's common.
It's there. It's open. In other countries, people do piracy, but they hide it under the table. In Liberia, they put it on the decks for everybody to see.
It's open.
So one reason why we've been trying to see how we can meet up with the Minister for Commerce, with that, because most of those things will come through. Sometimes they go China, go to mass production, and they come through the port, either from the airport or from the free port there. They come through the port. Also the copyright too, because we want to. They are line ministries. The copyright, commerce, Ministry of Information. We're trying to see how we can put the 3 people on table along with us, for us to sit down and say, this thing, enough is enough. We need to put a stop to it. We cannot do it alone, just us and copyright. We cannot do it alone, just us and the Ministry of Information. The full team, we along with the collective society, we need to come on a round table and say, these things, they are killing us. And by now, I'm not sure, as they are Liberians that want to see the betterment of Liberians. We need to go and be begging them every day to say, please do the right thing, so we too can stop being at your doorsteps begging you for $1. Because if you do this for us, we will not be disturbing you. And I tell you one thing, I don't want to say a mistake, but one thing that leadership, maybe I can say the past leadership didn't take into consideration, that is focusing on entertainment to the fullest. And this is a mistake I don't want this leadership to make.
And what do you mean by that?
Now, people were less busy too much to the point that every day, if I don't have anything to do, the best thing I can do is to be a politician, call on radio station every day and disturb my lawmaker. But if you empower my sector, I'll be busy on set, recording my movie. I don't have that time to go and call on radio station. Most of those people I used to call, we follow. Some of them are filmmakers. Some of them are good directors. They forgot about films. They start becoming a politician, insulting politician day and night, going for strike here and there. And I used to sit by, I'm like, well, if you empower these people, they will be busy making their money and they will not be creating problems for you.
And at least you have one serious representative now, Bernard Benson.
Yes, and he has been doing well. Okay. He has been pushing the case of the collective society in the House. He and Frank Foko, along with Steve Tikwa, they've been doing extremely well. I can recommend them for that, and I can commend them for that as well, and say bravo. They're actually pushing our cases. Okay. Yes, they're actually doing that.
All right, we wind it down now. Let me take your last words, and I will start with you, Judas.
Okay, so it was an honor being here again. So I just want to let the rest of Liberia know that we have activated movie making mode. Okay, it's time for all the Meshona in the country. So all our people then, from Kaweke all the way to Blood Diala, coming all the way to Fasama, all the places that we've been, we want to say it is time for us to accept our own thing, the Liberian thing. Let's hold it in our hand, because when you're not holding and support it and love it, we'll not go forward. We can't go forward without you people's support. As you have embraced us in all of the counties, we are hoping that you'll continue to do that. And guess what? Your children will be on screen. This is the movie business. It's not a movie game again. It's a movie business. And to the government, you thank you, my people. You thank you, leaders. You thank you. You people promise us that you will include us and that you will make sure our sector become vibrant. We are looking forward to it. We believe in God that it's going to happen for us. And I can tell you for free, we will create jobs for young Liberians. Our sector can create jobs, so we'll not be begging you. Just empower our sector, and then we can take this on, and then we can inform the rest of the world about who Liberians really are, our culture, and everything. So thank you again. We are looking forward to your support.
Okay, Karim.
Yeah. So let me join my VPA to say thank you, Mr. Davis, for the invite. We highly appreciate this. So to our Liberian people, your supporters. The country tour we just from on. We had to do it from our own pockets because the union is operating on, well, that's what it is. We have to do everything because we're passionate about changing it.
Okay.
So there's no money. We took everything from our pocket. The union is running from our pockets. Since we took over from office, we are looking for support. We are looking for people to come in and partner with us. So partners, the numbers that were called, come on board. Let's work together. Let's push Liberia film across Africa and make Liberia better. Thank you ever so much. This is Abdul-Karim Sheriff.
Okay, and that's him, the president of the Liberia Movie Union. Earlier was the vice president of administration, Julius Wilson. Both men been our guests here on the last segment of the bumper show. And on that note,